Welcome to Faith Between the Lines. I'm Scott. This is the first lesson of the road. We have stepped off the bridge now, and if you listen closely, you can still feel the echo of what we crossed. The bridge was a place where we faced the truth of our loss. It was where we remembered the promise of reunion, the promise that love doesn't end, that life doesn't end, that the story isn't over. But the road is different. The road is where the promise begins to shape us. It's where faith stops being something we talk about and becomes something we walk with. And I know that this part of the journey is the hardest, because this is where the heart starts to ask the real questions. How do I keep going? How do I trust what I can't see? How do I walk forward without feeling like I'm leaving something behind? The road doesn't rush you. It doesn't demand answers, and it doesn't expect you to be strong. It simply invites you to take that one honest step. And that's the first lesson of the road. You don't walk by sight, you walk by faith. Not because you're fearless, but because you are held. Not because you know the way, but because the one who walks beside you, he does. So today we begin the next part of this journey. And I want to speak directly to the heart that's tired, the heart that's hurting, the heart that is trying to trust again. You're not walking away from the one you love. You are walking toward the promise that you will see them again. And every step you take on this road, even the small ones, even the shaky ones, are steps of faith. Steps that shape you. Steps that strengthen you. Steps that transform you. This is the road where healing begins. This is a road where hope grows roots. This is a road where faith becomes real. And today we will take that first step together. The first lesson of the road is simple, but it's not easy. Moving forward doesn't erase what you carry. It transforms what you carry. Grief doesn't vanish when you take a step. Pain doesn't disappear because you're trying. And faith doesn't mean you never felt lost. But the road teaches you something the stillness never could. You don't have to be healed to begin. You just have to be willing. The road is patient with you. It doesn't rush your heart. It doesn't measure your pace. It honors your honesty. And some days you'll walk with strength. Other days you'll walk with tears. And some days you'll barely move at all. But every step counts. Every breath matters. Every moment of courage, even the quiet ones, become part of your healing process. And here's the part we often forget. You don't walk this road to prove anything. You don't walk it to become something. You walk it to become softer. You walk it to become stronger. You walk it to become more open to hope. You walk it to become more anchored in faith. The road teaches you that healing isn't a destination. It's a direction. It's not about getting back to normal. It's about discovering a new way to live with what you've lost and a new way to trust what you still have. The road teaches you to breathe again. The road teaches you to trust again. The road teaches you to hope again. And slowly, gently, the road teaches you that you are not walking alone. Now, you may not feel strong today. But strength isn't the requirement. Willingness is. You may not feel ready, but readiness is not the requirement. Honesty is. You may not feel brave, but bravery isn't the requirement. Presence is. Just being here, just listening, just taking this moment is a step. And the road honors every step you take. The road teaches you that faith isn't loud. Faith isn't dramatic. Faith isn't perfect. Faith is the quiet decision to keep going, even when you don't know how the story ends. Faith is trusting that the one who walks beside you knows the way, even when you don't. Faith is believing that the promise of reunion isn't just a hope, it's a truth. And the road teaches you to live in that truth, one breath, one moment, one step at a time. So if your heart is tired, if your spirit feels worn, if you're carrying more than you know how to hold, hear this. You're doing better than you think. You are stronger than you feel. You are farther along than you really realize. And the road sees you. The road knows you. The road is shaping you. And every step you take, even the ones that feel small, even the ones that feel uncertain, are steps of faith. Steps that matter. Steps that count. Steps that will change you. This is the first lesson of the road. You don't walk by sight. You are walking by faith. And faith, even the smallest amount, is enough to carry you forward. Now, let's slow it down just a moment. We've walked through the teaching. You've carried the weight. You've taken the step. Now let your spirit settle. Let your breath soften. Let the noise inside you grow quiet. Because the road has a gentler lesson too, one that can't be rushed, one that can't be forced, one that can only be heard when the heart becomes still. So right here, right now, I want you to let yourself arrive. Not in the past, not in the future, just here. Take a breath. Feel the weight you've been carrying. Not to judge it, not to fear it, but simply acknowledge it. You don't have to drop it all today. You don't have to be strong today. You don't have to pretend today. You just have to be present. Because this part of the road, this quiet stretch, is holy ground. God walks with you here, not behind you, not ahead of you, but beside you. You feel that? Feel the companionship. Feel the steady presence. Feel the gentle guidance that doesn't push, doesn't rush, doesn't demand. You are not forgotten. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be at this moment. And the one who walks with you knows the way. So breathe, rest. Let your heart open just a little. Let the road speak to you. Let faith rise in you. Let hope whisper to you. This is your moment to simply be held, guided, and never alone. I would like to read you a poem. The name of this poem is called Hope and Faith. The road is long, but never cold. It carries every story told. It holds the love of those we miss and whispers through the dark like this: you're not alone, you're not undone. Just take the road step by step, one by one. Hope walks softly at your side. A quiet strength you cannot hide. It doesn't rush, it doesn't shout. It simply lifts your fear and doubt. Faith rises like the morning light, not all at once, but through the night. A steady glow that starts so small, yet somehow grows to cover all. And every mile, every tear becomes a truth the road holds near. You're guided by a gentle hand through shifting winds and unknown land. You are carried, you are known. You never walk this path alone. For hope and faith, like breath and bone, will lead you home, will lead you home. You know, wherever you are on this road, whatever you are carrying, whoever you are grieving, I want you to hear this clearly. Your grief is real. Your love is real. And the way that you walk through this in your own time, in your own rhythm, in your own way, is enough. There is no right way to grieve. There is no wrong way to grieve. There is only your way. The way your heart knows. The way your spirit understands. The way your love expresses itself. Some of you may be grieving a parent. Some are grieving a child. Some are grieving a spouse. You could be grieving a partner, a friend, a sibling, a grandparent, a mentor, a companion, even a beloved animal who walk beside you just like family. Grief has many faces. Grief has many voices. Grief has many timelines. And even a single one of them is sacred. If your grief is fresh, you are held. If your grief is old, you are held. If your grief comes in waves, you are held. If your grief is quiet, private, unspoken, you are held. If your grief is loud, aching, and overwhelming, you are held. And if you're somewhere in between, learning how to breathe, learning how to trust again, learning how to have hope again, you are held. Because the one who walks beside you knows your story, knows your heart, knows your pain, and he knows your love. And nothing you feel is too small, too strange, too late, or too heavy for God to carry with you. So as you take your next step on this road, may you feel a little lighter. May you feel a little stronger. May you feel a little bit more seen, a little more understood, a little more supported. May you remember that grief is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of love. May you remember that healing is not forgotten, it is merely transformed. May you remember that the hope is not the absence of pain, it is the presence of possibility. And may you remember that faith is not certainty, it is trust. Trust that you are guided, trust that you are not alone, trust that the road ahead holds more than sorrow. It holds meaning. It holds growth. It holds peace. It holds a reunion. So keep walking. Keep breathing. And keep trusting the road beneath your feet. Thank you for spending this time with me on Faith Between the Lines. I hope that I met you on the road where you are. And until we meet again, may hope rise in you, may faith steady you, and may love, the love you carry, the love you remember, the love that you shaped, lead you gently forward.